I want to say I felt my brother yesterday. I just didn't want to say nothing. I felt my brother, and when I felt my brother, uh, I was meditating, and they was like, "Jesus finna come." He just say, "Brother." I know it's talking about Jesus. Jesus coming. And then one time they said Jesus too. But anyway, it's like I know all the problems we constantly having. We having all these problems. We got all these problems we keep having. Well, I'm meditating, and I can it's like a list of problems, a list of them. I can see it, who doing what they doing, how they doing, and it's like group planets. I look at them like planets, but not no more because they break it down a good bit. God ain't playing with them. Well, anyway, I can see the problems too that we having, all of us, even me, everybody. But when Jesus came and touched foot on earth, it's like all the problems bowed down, bro. It's like it wasn't no more problem. But he went to Brooklyn, cause I think it's somebody in Brooklyn attacking me. And he went to Brooklyn for a while. I ain't seen him since though. You know what I'm saying? But I felt him come through. It's like everything went still for a while. Everything paused. Just like it did when God came to when I went had that near death experience. It's like everything paused. Like everybody it's like everybody paused, bro. Jesus touched down. He went to Brooklyn, I ain't said that. It's like he seen, it's like I said, he one of my analysts that look over my stuff. Cause I feel, like I said, God my lawyer. And whoever killed me, unalive me, let's just say that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened in the past. Well, God was when I had a near death, God was my lawyer. So like I realized that God and Jesus look over my stuff. And like I said, this is when I told everybody, you can go ask the car. They told me not to do that no more, but that's when about 3 years ago, I said, you can go ask the car. I'm one of them people that God come and get personally, not Satan, God. So it's like Jesus and God overlook the issues that I be having and who did what and what they did it for. Well, I felt Jesus yesterday come through. I was scared. I kept working. Like, y'all don't know if y'all got some cameras in them like that, but that's why I'm scared, bro. You better be working. You better be praying. You better be meditating. You better be doing something. Jesus got a whole nother ranking, baby. I'm telling you, it ain't the Jesus y'all knew. Whole nother ranking. Like when Jesus touched that, like his feet touched the ground slowly. It's like when he landed, it's like the planet just stopped. I'm talking about everybody, all the sin, all the sin. It's like everybody pausing in the right where they at. Pause. If you in the bed doing something, you ain't got no bit pause. You finna do something crazy. Pause. Like everything pause, bro. And I said, oh, I know what I'm saying. I was just sitting there meditating. But I heard guys that it's like they went. It's like they went. It's like God got this ability. They got this ability. They can go to Florida, New York, and Israel in a few seconds. It's like something on their face, like just in a few seconds. I don't know how God do that. But it's like whenever they were looking for, they found it in Brooklyn. I can't really say much because every time that happens, I get foggy. I just felt like I wanted to say it. I normally keep that to myself, but I wanted to say it. I felt them yesterday. I was looking at some messages. They were like, so something coming tomorrow. You might have been a day off. But I was like, they might be talking about what I felt yesterday. Jesus already here. God am already here, analyzing, going through stuff, seeing what's going on. Because whatever was supposed to be done to somebody that's a chosen should have already been done, made right. And it ain't. But like everybody paused. And all of a sudden, I heard somebody in the Astro say, Brooklyn. Yeah, it's here. Yeah. Yeah, everything. Yeah, everything right here. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. I don't know what they talking about though. I don't know what they were talking about. But I know he came through my room. He landed like he landed. That's the thing I love about this house. It's like, as bad as this house, people might think this house is and how it look. It's like some very high vibrational energies could come in this house, come through this house. Very high vibrational. You can ask that ex, well, she ain't my ex, but my flame that I used to deal with years ago, she witnessed it. Cause she asked me, what is that? What was it? She was like, what is that? Why I do that? Why I do that? Cause the air just gets still. Everything is paused. I call this house a time. I call it a time machine. And when I first met her and I told her, she said, why you keep saying, I said, you gonna say, and she said, well, why you keep walking back and forth? I said, you gonna see that too. And she started doing, it's a time machine. You just keep going back and forth until you get your mind, like, it's like you went somewhere else. And then I left for a while and she done moved my, you know how women all that move your rooms around and stuff like that. She moved my thing over here to this wall. But see, I said, we can't sit right there. I said, it's a port or something right there. You can feel the dead going in and out, in and out. And she stayed right there for a couple hours. She hurried up and moved that chair. She hurried up and got that chair from over there. She said, what is that? And she was nervous. And she evil. So she ain't the type of person to get nervous. She full of evil. She just love to be bad. She just bad. She ain't really evil. She just bad though. And she said, what is that? What just happened right there? I said, that ain't nothing. Watch the weather. Because the window was up, the window was blowing. I said, that ain't nothing. Watch the weather in a few seconds. I said, what you say just happened? She told me what just happened. I said, watch this. Right before the weather did it, I said, watch the weather stop. And it stopped. Instantly, just like I told her. She said, what is that? She was just scared, bro. She was just sitting there like this. What's going on? I said, that's the Reaper right there. That's the Reaper. That's the Reaper energy. And I said, you're going to smell it in a minute. Because the Reaper give off this scent. I said, and she smelled it. And she was ready to get the hell up out of here after that. She left that next day. She got the hell out of this house. She got the hell out of this house. She got the hell on, bro. Because I was nailing it, bro. Because I'm used to it. I mean, they got their little gadgets and stuff around. I ain't worried about that. But I'm over there above that. But you can't, some stuff you just can't fake. And that stuff she started noticing, bro. She was like, wait a minute. Because it was a little gadget she had around here. She thought that was it. She was just tripping. I even had one thing where she put some kind of thing in my shower thing, and somebody did. And when I cut it on, a bunch of spiders came down. I said, hey, who put these spiders in my... A bunch of little black spiders came down. Hey, who put these spiders in here? And I said, what you do it for? I said, what you do it for? That child naked. What you do it for? And then as soon as she did that, that's when all that stuff started tripping. She was scared. She just got scared. Just got scared. And then she had moving stuff around. Then she had started trying to lie. I said, don't do that in this house. Don't be like, no, don't do all that. Everything in this house is exactly what it need to be. I said, we don't do that stuff. It wouldn't know. Not throwing black magic. Now, she was trying to do protections, but I said, don't do that. I'm already protected by God. Don't do that. Don't ever even think about it. Don't think. Matter of fact, if you gotta do that, just leave. I said, this house is already protected. Don't do that. And I guess she felt like it wasn't because she know the people in here and she probably done did wickedness with the people in here. But they already done been sprinkled. You see what I'm saying? It ain't nothing there. It's just like Job. Satan, God gave Satan, do whatever to Job, but don't kill Job. Just like that. I can touch their hands. Don't matter what they doing to me behind my back. Don't matter. It's all part of the plan now. I seen something one time. I seen something one time where God told me, I ain't gonna tell y'all exactly what it is. I'm finna reformat it and give you a hint on how it happened, what happened. Let's just say I was having a problem with a bank clerk. And let's just say God said, this ain't how it went though. This is not how it went. I can't tell y'all what really went down. And let's say God said, you good now because I'm the bank clerk. Like literally. You good now, I'm the money, I'm the bank clerk. And then everything work out. Everything work out, bro. I'm telling you, that's why I like it right here with God, bro. Not even right here, but with my energy with God. But it's like this house got its own protection. Cause I was finna rebuild this house. And I swear I heard this house say, you gotta ask me first. It's like this house is God's throne or something. You know what it is. I know I was always scared of this house when I was little. My grandma's house, it's like built the opposite. It's like it's a tree. It's like the same yard. It's just offset. And it don't make sense. This ain't no subdivision. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's built. It's like the land is alive. That's why I didn't get my family when they kept trying to sell. I said, y'all must not understand what y'all are, who y'all are, for y'all to even be thinking such a thing. It ain't nothing to sell. The land is part of your DNA, basically. It's something you can buy a home somewhere else and go stay there, but this will always be your home. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell got in my family. I guess unless they possess, they're wrong. But the land is worth a lot. I mean, to me, they say the property ain't worth $15,000. That's a lie. That's a lie. I don't think you can put no price on this land. I think this is the highest land in the world. I really do believe that. I feel like where we at is the highest land in the world. This property right here and my grandma's property. I sure do, because I done had some experiences. I done traveled a lot and did a lot of stuff. Done been a lot of places pretty much. There's something different about this land. There's something different about it. Now I had people take me out from it and know this stuff and try to we got you away from it. Now we're gonna get rid of you or something like that. Let's just say that this is not real neither. I said, well, no, you did, because there's like certain noise that go off around me. They think it's the house hunting. I said, no, that energy go everywhere I go. So let's say they took me somewhere and they tried that. And I said, and it's a certain noise that go off. They know this noise by this time, but they think it's the house hunting. I said, no, that energy go everywhere I go, and a window might slam around there. I ain't do it. It's whoever protected me. That thing go everywhere I go. That's it. And the window might shut. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got these cameras in my house. You should know it. If you looked at this one is these ones is real old. You can't just let them up and down. They got these things that goes into the side, and they thick. These windows is thick. Even the other side of the window real thick. It ain't like the new stuff. It's old. Been here for 40 years probably. And it's got these clips that goes out. They all metal, full metal, real metal. It goes out into the wall. You can't just let them down. So if I forget to let them down at night, something will let it down for me. So I won't get sick. Yeah. And then I move me around. They might, like I said, they might take me away from here, and I might walk in to a store, and they might be talking about it in the car. Oh, you ain't close, you ain't at that. It's like they know something about that. I don't really know about it. I just know that it's just as protected as I am, this yard. I don't know nothing about it though. They'll say something crazy or whatever, and let's say we're pulling into a store, and as soon as we walk into the store, the lights might go real dim. And then, just crazy stuff like that. Might go somewhere else, bigger place. It could be a stadium. The lights might dim a little bit. And whatever that is, protect me everywhere I go. So when you take me, all that energy go. It ain't nothing to be. That's protection. It's always everywhere I go. Let's say I might go to a work job, and in my heart of heart, I don't want to work. I don't really want to work, and I like to work. I love to work. Something important to tap at that job, we all be off for the whole weekend. And it might be my area. I won't tell nothing. I ain't did nothing, you know. Everything shut down. Then they'll call me back to the job sometime, and I be off. And they'll say, Tack can fix it. And I really don't know how to fix it. I just know certain things about the machine. And they need this machine running. And I go over there, and I mess with the machine. It'll be working almost as soon as I touch it. What you do? How you do that? You can have a job I worked at. They'll tell you strange stuff happen. They probably didn't notice it then, but now if they looking at these videos, they probably thinking about like, you know what? He might be right. We had the most problems at that job. If I came in that job, didn't feel like working, things would just keep shutting down. And we might go a whole day. Supposed to have worked 12 hours. We might go a whole day and then work for 4 hours. Been in there tripping, playing around, goofing off. God got me spoiled, bro. I know I got God. I know I always have had God. I always know I'm by myself. Family want to keep me by myself. Family do stuff, keep me by myself. Plot on me, whisper stuff. They already know. Because they always told me. I address it. When I was younger, I used to address them. And they'll say, because you always get what you want. But I never understood that. I ain't never got nothing. But I know God always took care of me. Like, what I mean by that is, whatever they said I always get what I want, I never got it. Like, they intercepted and took it. But it never let me down. It kept me down because God kept me company. And I even asked God, what is that? He said, the longer you be by yourself, the more I'm going to be with you. The longer they try to keep you by yourself, the more I'm going to be with you. Just like that. And me and God have been together so long, we're friends. I talked to God. That's why I said I was thankful for this little institution I have, because my way of consulting with God, before I got into this situation, y'all would have easily wrote me off as crazy. Because you left me by myself and you left me, it wouldn't have been good. You'd have easily been able to write me off as crazy. But God made it a way where you couldn't do that. And the institution I helped out a little bit. Because it's like whatever I touch, it's going to benefit me regardless. Like, it's like, if you put me in a situation like this institution I have, you made this thing made to watch me, but God gonna make it watch you, and then God gonna keep me entertained with it. You know? All the time. Same thing with women. If the women bad, and the women love me, women like me, I might have had an encounter with the woman. We digging each other. We might even actually had an encounter, digging each other. God might break it down to first gear. We ain't gonna dig each other no more, because I ain't even gonna want to be with her. You know what I'm saying? Because I already probably I know my body, and my body ain't reacting right. And then after she leave, or I make her leave, I say, nah, we ain't gonna do nothing today. We ain't going out today. I let her leave on. God will show me what she had going on. She might have had a crooked agenda. I had one girl try to drive me to a lake, because they want to throw me in the lake. And God told me, on the way to the lake. And I stopped the car. It was 1, 2 in the morning. I stopped the car, I told her, get out. I thought we were going on the lake, play around. It was dark. And she was I guess we were both dark people. Not like dark, like doing dark stuff. Like, we both in the hoods, both living in the street, doing the 3rd grade yard shift, like doing street stuff. So, hey, let's go to the lake. I thought it was something like that, goofy. But God showed me their plan, and there were people at the lake waiting on us to get there. So I told her to get out, and she didn't get out. Well, I told her to get out, I was gonna throw her out. And cause I told her what she was finna try to do to me. And she was like, well, I'm going back home. Well, I go back with you. So on our way back, a cop flew down the road. Like that cop, cause she was testing this cop, I think. Flew down the road, 2, 3 in the morning. I mean, who else gonna be out 2, 3 in the morning on a normal night going to the lake? It was like it was people at that lake. It was boats at that lake. It was no reason for nobody to be at the lake that night. Why would they be at there 2, 3 in the morning? She been on that phone all day. I got out of my car. God had already told me, but I ain't gonna say it on here because it didn't happen, so it ain't important. I know a reader who said something, so-called reading, like weeks before that incident, but I didn't think about it then. And she was talking about this reading about somebody getting thrown in the leg in detail. And next thing you know, a month later or weeks later, might have been months later, I go through the same similar situation. All I had to do was get to that lake, and they were gonna play out like that reader. Now, whether or not that reader was working for them, I think the reader was just working for them. I think she was saying, because she was laughing when she was saying like she was reading something. Like she was reading somebody plan to get rid of them. And everything that reader was saying in detail was going exactly as planned. And I didn't even think about it until that happened. I just thank God I'm through with all that. Y'all God got me through all that. And we here to fight another day. Amen.